All right, folks, welcome to the second edition of the EAL course vlogs, where you can see every shot from my casual round at a local golf course currently in California. Santa Anita Golf Course opened in 1935, and it was designed by James Harrison Smith. It was the first and last golf course that he would design. Not long by modern standards, but with contours very rarely seen on most courses in America, this property begs you to think of the links. Whether it's the template holes or the incredible history surrounding American golf at the time, this is truly a hidden gem. Leading me to the conclusion that great courses can be in your backyard. Just at the base of the San Gabriel Mountains and right off the 10 freeway exit, clearly people are starting to catch on to the fact that this course might be one of a kind. It's my mission today to show you every shot from my round and also to verify if this is as much of a gem as it is hidden. Surely I've lived in Los Angeles for 10 years, I've only heard about this course twice, and I've never played it even though it's only 30 minutes from Los Angeles.
We ask that you strictly observe all required social distancing safety protocols.
I'm delighted to see that not only do they have a lot of push carts, they have a lot of the Banton Dunes big wheel push carts that I typically like. Although, the balance was a little off, as you'll see later. Settling into today's round, we're going to show you the front nine of Santa Anita Golf Course, which measures out to 3,262 yards from the back tees. It's par 71. It's not a very long layout. Part of me is thinking today could be an opportunity to go low. So here's my basic pre-game routine. No driving range, no putting, just do a couple stretches. It's important to let you know early on in this video that I've only had 4 hours of sleep and I felt better on a first tee. Also, I've got the RGC Vineyard Vines vest and the new Jones Random Golf Club hat collab. Very excited to release those on randomgolfclub.com. The first hole, for some reason, is named Thomas. Not sure why he named the first hole Thomas. Don't know. I'm looking at a draw basically just off of the red building there. Didn't hit the center of the club face, but I hit some part of the club face, and I hit a really nice draw just up the right side. I would find it to be in the middle of the fairway. All right, so here I've got 94 yards, playing 93. Not that that means much. I select a 58-degree wedge. That's about 90 yards stock. I'm trying to not go long. It looks like the pin's in the back. And really here, I'm just, again, first hole for me is I'm getting warmed up. I'm just thinking, I'll just go right at the flag and see which way the ball moves. No big deal. Nice, cool morning. Sun just scraping across the fairway. Hit it perfectly. It pitched a foot in front of the stick. Hit the stick.
It's been a while since I've hit the stick.
And then sat down about a foot away or a little bit inside. So walking off of the first green here, tap in birdie, almost didn't go in. The interesting thing that we're going to see in the rest of this video is that the greens are not easy, and most of that comes down to maintenance. They're probably running at about a 7. None of us in our group could get the ball to the hole. So I was lured into an early birdie, which you may have heard me say this is sort of the worst way I can open up the round, sort of immediately igniting my thoughts of this could be my best round, or I'm going to go extraordinarily low, or I'm perfect, or oh goodness, did I have tiger sauce on my eggs for breakfast? Okay, second hole is 365 from the back tees. It is named Dune. And ultimately, I would hit a little bit of a cut. And I was expecting it to draw. And it basically hit a tree. And this is where I became acquainted with what I would experience for the rest of the round. So just wanted to take a moment in the middle of this course vlog to say thank you. Not to our sponsors, but to you. Literally, thank you. I just want to read through a couple of these comments. It just seems like it's a great way to celebrate, the funny and the serious.
Nice shot.
This is from Arch Stanton 52. I want to make love to whomever did the graphics on this vlog. Respect, that's Elliott, and he's laughing right now as he hears this voiceover while he cuts it together from Canada. Thanks, Elliott, for making the shot tracer so pure. A lot of you guys were wondering, how do we use it? What app do we use? We don't use an app. We use wood, and we use a stick and a flint, and that's how we do it. That's pro status right there. That's X Flex. So I select an 8-iron to kind of hit a low bump and run to kind of hit the front of the green, and hopefully it can trickle up onto where the flag is there. Unfortunately, it rolled aggressively over the back of the green, and now I have kind of a downhill chip, and I'm about to see the rough here just off of the green is in, it's pretty random, if you will, the length of it, but beautiful view. You can obviously see the San Gabriels right behind me. I try to incorporate that in as many shots as possible. So because I didn't really have the speed at all calculated for my chip, I now have a par putt here to remain at 1 under. Just missed it there. And then we have a little comebacker for bogey, which I was relieved to make, as we all are. Third hole. The name of this par 5, measuring out at 554 yards from the back tees, is called Power. Pretty straightaway hole, but the mounding as you get towards the end of it and this sort of large fairway bunker is very architecturally interesting. And here's where we start to get into how this course is incredible. I may go back and shoot more drone footage so that you can really get a taste of how unusual this course is for a Muni. Here, just get a little stuck, a little over the top, and just slice it over into the, you guessed it, trees. The rough here, you can see it's about 5 inches deep, and it's wet and clumpy. I'm faced with another reality of this short course, which is uneven lies. Everything is kind of moving around. I attempt to get the ball up towards the green with my 3-iron and hit it about 8 inches behind the ball. So, again, started with a birdie, and now we are backsliding. So now I can see the ball, which is very exciting, and I have 5-wood in my hands, which is one of my favorite clubs. I don't have a 3-wood. For me, it's a little too close to the driver as far as yardage, and really, I like looking down at the 5-wood. The extra couple degrees, I think I'm playing a 17 or 18 degree. The looking down at that, the club face is just, it's just sexier. I just like it. And, if I want to hit it hard, I can just, well, not do what I did here, which was cold top it. You may wonder if I should have titled this video, Watch Me Melt Down. So here I have a 5-iron. I'm just trying to get it up there now. I've let go of trying to get it to the green or hit a great shot. I am just trying to hit a good shot. Next comment is from Alex Vans Kalina. He says, ... telling myself I'm a great putter, Zen Golf represent. Yeah, if you've sort of seen a lot of my work, I talk a lot about Zen Golf. Dr. Joe Parent was a big inspiration in the beginning of my love for the game of golf. And his work in the book Zen Golf, which is just a series of short chapters about how basically meditation and Buddhism can have a wonderful impact on your golf game, whether it's from happiness to score, and however those two relate, up to you to decide. All right, shot number 5 on a par 5, and I'm still 44 yards from the pin. We've heard it said that this is actually a sin, and I'm not writing a poem. So let's see if I can get this ball close with my 58 degree. Not very close, folks. About 20 feet for bogey. And actually hit a really good putt. Wasn't really expecting to make it. Walk off a par 5 with a 7. Traverse the bridge over this waterway, which is a common thing in Los Angeles. I actually found it quite pleasant. Zach's Drums. This course looks so cool. Nice course vlog, Erik. Like the shot tracer and how you explained what you were trying to do, even if it didn't always work. And it is like you said, playing during this pandemic is all about enjoying it. Respect, man. It really is. We're out there and we're having fun, and It's like water in the desert, you know? The fourth hole is a par 3, folks. It's 134 yards, and I picked a pitching wedge because with the blue flag, I'm trying my best not to go long. It looks like there's not much back there. And really at this point, after so many bad shots on the previous hole, I feel like I'm a fighter missing a tooth with a little bit of blood and some puffy eyes. I am just trying to calm down and hit the green in whatever way I can. Really happy with that shot. Pin high with a pitching wedge from 134. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Really nice, clean contact, patience.
We forgot this in the last episode, and I forgot it on this hole, but in the past tense, ace cam was live.
And here is kind of where golf sort of starts to feel like that image of the boy with the bucket with all of the holes in it. I have a long putt, and I'm not really clear on how uphill it is. And the thing about a grainy green is in California, it's not so much that it's thick, it's that it's uneven, and then there's a direction of the blades of grass. So here I'm gotta putt this ball uphill probably 40 feet, and I'm also going into the grain. So if I knew those things in advance, I would have known that there was no way I was going to get the ball close, and either I would not have been disappointed or I would have gotten it closer. So on my way to a 3-putt, really a bad example of my putting ability. All right, 5th hole, 375. You've got to cover this waterway here. It's called Railroad. And I think that's because it went over or near a railroad. Again, if you're interested in stuff like this, please check out McKellar, McKellar. They have 3 issues now. It's in the likes of Golfer's Journal and Caddy Mag, and it's a great read. Jeff Shackelford was a co-writer of the piece on Santa Anita. And as well, Fried Egg wrote about this place, and he was the one who 4 days before urged me to travel here. 5-wood in my hands, thinking slight little draw. The flag is pretty much straight away on the left. Oh boy, just hit a big cut and found myself another sort of tree scenario. From 144 here with a 3-iron, I'm just trying to get the ball back into play and hopefully chip it up onto the green and make a par the old school way. Favorite number here, 50 yards. I've got a pretty good lie. Pin right in the middle of the green. I'm feeling good about this. I feel like I've got a very easy chance of making par. Then, unfortunately, I begin the downswing and somehow decide to hit the ball terribly thin, and I do something that's very unlike myself and drop the club. This is probably a factor of me not getting enough sleep. And this is where I could do a PSA on making sure that we get rest before we go to an extraordinarily early tee time. I woke up at 4:30 to get here in drone before filming the course vlog, and now here I am looking for the ball, finally locate it, and wow, a very poor photography here. I did not even realize that you can't see any of me. Unfortunately, you can't see this incredibly high flop shot that I was able to get within 10 feet of the flag and make the putt for bogey. So, as you hear I say, very satisfying bogey.
That's a good bogey.
On to 6. This hole is called Hogback, 411 yards. With the sun in the face, I can't see the ball at all. But I'm told by my playing partners that it was sufficient. 1 yard draw, and you know, again, I am, ironically, the hole prior was called Railroad, and now I am off the tracks, folks. I am sort of starting to lose it mentally, and I really don't want this to turn into a Break 90 video, which I hope you realize, while they're not satire and they're not tongue-in-cheek, the Break 90 videos are made very seriously, but at the same time, I never play like that. And the truth is, my round today here, I'm probably not quite in the right headspace to be filming. So I actually made a rule as I walked off 18 that I wouldn't film another course vlog unless I got a full and satisfactory night's sleep the night before. So we have an agreement, folks. Here we go. I have a nice number here. I've got 108 yards, and I'm a little bit in between clubs. I can't really decide whether to hit a hard 58 or an easy 54. A lot of times when I hit the easy number, I tend to go longer, right? Because you have less friction and restriction in the swing. So anyway, I select the 54, hit a good shot, and here I have what would be a relatively makeable putt on a normal golf course. I have basically a easy par. You can see the dots on the green here from a recent aeration, sort of adding to the overall mystery of the putts. Tap in par for me. I'm happy there.
Thanks.
Here we are on the 7th hole. This is called Narrows. This is a course I've never been to, never laid eyes on. I have no idea what's really happening. And part of me thought that that was an interesting concept for you to see what it's like when I play a course that I've never played before. Because truth is, so much of my life is just traveling around to courses I've never played before and I may never play again. So I thought that would be kind of interesting. It turns out that it's actually a little bit harder because it takes more energy. Again, it could be the lack of sleep. So anyway, here we are. Narrows. It's a pretty harsh dogleg left. Only 379, but for some reason, I'm sleep deprived. So I grabbed the driver and I hit a pretty much stone cold pull into the trees. And I find myself where? In the forest, folks. I have a modified kind of chip shot here. I've got to go below the tree in front of me and over the tree after that. I think a 6-iron should do it, and certainly enough, 6-iron does do it. And, you know, really here, it's the takeaway is I got all ball, I choked down on the club, but I took that club too far back. So anyway, 6-iron goes over the green, and now I have a interesting chip shot here. Again, I'm out of frame. Wow, I got to do a better job framing up these shots. I'm very sorry. Again, I shoot these on iPhone with a monopod. But I hit a shot that kind of is trying to check up and then run out, and it does more check up than run out. So here I have, looks like I also did not record the putts for some reason. Very sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties with my head about to explode. So anyway, I 2-putted there for another bogey. On to the 8th hole, which is named Dam. That's D-A-M, kids, not the curse word.
Sounds like you know what's coming next.
All right, so folks, here we have, obviously, another edition of Ace Cam Live. 178, I've got a 7-iron in my hands. Pin is right front of the green, so I'm just trying to hit a smooth draw off of the pin. Beautiful trees with the mountains. This is a beautiful course. I could see how at twilight, with it cooling off, could be a really great place to play 9. Both of the tees, the 1st and 10th tee, bring you right back to the clubhouse after 9 and 18. A really good strike. Got a good feeling that I'm back. Garrett Smith. I absolutely love this format. One of the best course vlogs anywhere on YouTube. I couldn't care less what you shoot. Your commentary is insightful and entertaining, which is the best part to me. Great stuff. Can't wait for part 2. That's really good to hear because I think I explained it, but it's a little nerve-wracking showing you every shot naked. Really great to walk away from this hole with a par. I am sort of just trying to get things back on track. So as we head into 9, the golf round tends to have this sort of front and back, sort of first experience, second experience. So I'm really just trying to get through the front 9 with a little bit of sanity. So 9 is a short par 5, and really, you know, this is the illusion, is that when I was looking at the scorecard the night before, I'm saying 6,400 yards, par 71, like, let's light this up. I could shoot 74 today. And again, first hole birdie, terrible experience. I would have been much better off making a par and learning the green and having a little bit more experience there. 481, name of the hole is called Master, the dog leg left, and you've got the Bellagio fountains actually in the middle of the fairway. That's a really cool collaboration art piece. I basically hit a pulled draw, and I'm not sure. I'm probably going to experience more tree trouble, but I find out that I got lucky, and I grab the 5-wood and just sort of take a guess. The hole is a bit over there on the left, and I hit a nice low 5-wood that should chase up quite a bit.
Unless there's a lake up there, that's pretty good.
And you see here, I'm just on the edge of the green. It's about 40 yards. And, you know, I've learned from my mistakes. The ball is not going to roll out, and I need to not hit it thin. So really put myself in a good position here to make a birdie. But at the same time, you can see the aeration here. You can see the thickness of the green. I know that I'm just going to be happy with a par. So par, and the front nine is finished. Not terribly happy with my score, but happy that I had a good start and a good finish. And I'm looking forward to getting on the 10th tee and experiencing the back nine, as that is where the critics, whether it's Jeff Shackelford or Andy Johnson, really say that the course comes alive with the short par 4 10th. The 18th fairway has railroad cars underneath it. Anyway, enough about the back nine. I hope you enjoyed the front nine. Make sure to check out any of our Break 90 videos or the other course vlog we did at Rustic Canyon. Stay tuned for Volume 2 of the Santa Anita Golf Course EAL course vlog coming at you next.